Okay, so buckle up, guys. We got a big one for you today. So there's a few things we need to unpack about the Trump assassination attempt. The first one, I was watching it as it came out last night, and the left-wing media, I couldn't believe it. It was blowing up my WhatsApp, and I couldn't believe all these screenshots of CNN and Washington Post, all these, Trump falls down in rallies, Trump whisked away by the Secret Service for some reason. They wouldn't say he's been shot at. I was like, there's no way this is true. I looked at it myself. I promise you with my own eyes, and this is exactly what they said. They actually said he fell down in a rally and whisked away. Now, I want everyone to understand this. If they're doing this for such a blatant assassination attempt, and they're still trying to spin it, imagine other things that are a bit more subjective, a bit more opaque. Imagine that. So this is just truly shocking, guys. I mean, when, clear assassination attempt, and they're going, he fell off, whisked away, come on. So this is where we are with the state of the media. You can therefore 100% be assured that the US media, left-wing media, is as bad as anything in Russia or China, right? When they spin something like this, so obvious, and they still try and gaslight people, why would you even do that? But that's where we are. That's the first thing. Okay, second thing, now we're going to deal with what actually happened here. So we have the Secret Service. We see here snipers. Sniper's not the shooter, right? Let's separate the two. Sniper being the Secret Service sniper, and
that's a little bit old. That chart's a couple of months old, and if you want to really see something that's said, take a look at what happened.
So clearly, they saw him. It's not that they moved their vision. In the line of sight was this guy, and they still, did manage to take him down before he shot. Okay, you're going to allow him to take one shot off. You take one shot, you allow him to take 5 shots before you shoot him. I mean, this is just, it makes no sense to me. Then we have the next thing. Let's look at the clips of where he was positioned. Actually, let's look at the witness statement first, and then we'll discuss.
Someone who was here, you weren't inside the event, nope, but you were just outside. Tell us what you saw.
So we had a party here all day. You can see behind us at the Brinkles Farming Greenhouse here. We had a party, and we all decided, hey, when we hear Trump up there, we're going to walk up through the field, stand by the trees up there under the shade, and watch and listen to the rally. Right? We couldn't see him, but we could hear him. So we walked up, and probably 5 to 7 minutes of Trump speaking. I'm estimating here. I have no idea, But we noticed the guy crawling, bear crawling up the roof of the building beside us, 50 feet away from us. So we're standing there, and we're pointing at the guy crawling up the roof.
And he had a gun, right?
He had a rifle. We could clearly see him with a rifle. Absolutely. We're pointing at him. The police are down there running around on the ground. We're like, hey man, there's a guy on the roof with a rifle. And the police were like, huh, what? Like they didn't know what was going on. We're like, hey, right here on the roof, we can see him from right here. We see him. He's crawling. And next thing you know, I'm thinking to myself, why is Trump still speaking? Why have they not pulled him off the stage? I'm standing there pointing at him for, 2 or 3 minutes. Secret Service is looking at us from the top of the barn. I'm pointing at that roof, just standing there like this. And next thing you know, 5 shots ring out.
So you're certain that the shots came from that guy on the roof?
100%. 100%.
And he was up there for a couple of minutes.
He was up there.
You saw him up there for a couple of minutes.
Absolutely. At least 3 to 4 minutes.
And you were telling the police and the Secret Service?
We were telling the police. We were pointing at them for the Secret Service, who were looking at us from the top of the barn. They were looking at us the whole time when we were standing by that tree.
Could they see
binoculars?
Could they see him?
Probably not, because the roof, the way the slope went, he was behind where they could see. But why is there not Secret Service on all of these roofs here? I mean, this is not a big place.
Did Did you see, I mean, obviously everyone, when the shooting started, everyone was very panicked. Did you see what happened to him at all?
Oh yeah, they blew his head off.
Okay, sorry.
Secret Service blew his head off.
Okay, just be careful because we don't quite know who's watching, but you're pretty sure they shot the guy?
Absolutely, 100%.
Okay.
Yep.
You saw that happen?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And did you see them go up to him afterwards, or?
They crawled up on the roof. They had their guns pointed at him, make sure he was dead. He was dead, and that was it. It was over.
It's incredibly shocking.
The guy was on the roof right there. You can see the white roof right there.
Did you get a look at him? Could you?
No, other than he was in muted colors, tan type clothing. We saw the rifle flinging around as he was trying to crawl. I mean, we saw the rifle, 100%.
Do you know about guns? Do you know what kind of weapon it was?
Oh, I absolutely know about guns, for sure. No, I mean, it was a rifle of some sort. I wouldn't know, I wasn't close enough to read the label on it, but,
sure. But
it was a rifle of some sort. Yeah, absolutely.
So, how do you process what you've just seen?
I don't know what to say, man. All I'll tell you is, if I walked up close to there with anything that Secret Service considered a problem, I wouldn't be standing here talking to you right now. But I don't know why a guy who we're standing there pointing out to police and Secret Service is crawling up the roof.
Are you outside the security perimeter?
Yes, right there by that tree. We were outside the security perimeter. But my question is, there's only a few buildings around here. Why is Secret Service not at every building here?
Well, there's a whole bunch of questions, I think, that are going to come.
There's a whole bunch of questions.
Yeah.
The Trump flag on the horse?
Yes, she was right in front of me. She kept going back and forth right in front of me. Yes.
Tell us about her.
I mean, nice horse, nice lady running with a flag. Seemed very, patriotic.
But what's the significance of her?
No, he asked me if I saw a horse.
Okay. All right, well, listen, I'm sorry you had to witness that. That was a terrible thing. And you just stay safe with your family and
Gotcha.
look after yourself. Thanks for your time.
Man.
Okay, so following that, I mean, we can clearly see they saw this guy walking up with a rifle in the middle of a Trump rally, the presidential rally, where you see a guy with a gun. I mean, if the guy was smoking a joint, he would have been stopped. This guy's walking with a gun 150 meters away, mind you, 150 meters away from the president. That is insanely close. A normal closed area that they're meant to have for a president is 500 meters. Right, 500 yards, 500 meters, right? That's how much they're meant to they're meant to seal off the area, because by then it's very hard to get a focus with a rifle, even a really good sniper rifle. Very hard to take a shot. 150 meters? Are you kidding? And the only raised area as well, not 150 meters from the ground, 150 meters on a raised platform. They left that wide open. I mean, this is beggars belief, guys. It makes no sense to me. Allowing him time, as you heard from the witness, they told the police 2-3 minutes. They're pointing at him. I mean, you've got the Secret Service sniper watching a guy pointing on top of a roof, where you see a guy on top of a roof and you still don't shoot. I mean, I don't know what to say. Something's up here. Something's up. Either it's really messed up training, or they were told to stand down or something, or it's an inside job. That's the only two options we have here. Where am I don't know which one it is, but there is something very fishy here.
Lá em cima, né? Aqui, ó. We can see the guy there. I think they hit him because the guy he looks dead.
So what have we got here? We've got this shooter walks up with his gun, 150 meters away from the president. You have to have a 500-meter enclosure zone, but he's allowed to be within 150 meters on the only raised platform in that area, and it wasn't covered, and allowed to pop off 5 shots. I mean, do me a favor. This is definitely, for me, an inside job. Impossible that this would be allowed. Even a handgun would be shocking, but a rifle, I mean, with 3 minutes, a guy saying there's someone on the roof. Okay, so where are we going with this? They impeached him twice while in office. They tried to get him in prison for January 6th. He didn't do anything. Supreme Court had to overrule that 2 weeks ago. Then they've not impeached him, indicted him 3 times. They fined him $400 million, which they actually asked for it up front, right? They put it in escrow. He had to come up with the cash. So they couldn't bankrupt him. Then they've convicted him. They've actually convicted him. And why did this happen now? It's obvious. They have to do the sentencing for that conviction in a week or 2 weeks. Now, what can they do? They're going to jail him? They're going to jail the main contender? Or they're going to house arrest him? Well, where can they go with their conviction? This is the problem. I don't know what they're going to do, but jail or house arrest will make him into a martyr, and they know it, just like Imran Khan, just like in Pakistan, exactly the same thing, who is sitting in jail. He is sitting in jail because he refused to bow down. He's been sitting there for months. And they could do it. I mean, they don't care. I don't think the left care. They've shot, fired. I think they might just go for jail. That's what they do. So this is the state of these leftists. They have no morals. They have no limits. We've seen Ukraine. They have no limits. Nothing is off the table. They can do whatever they want. And I think now they're going to have to convict him. Another assassination attempt is very close. For sure, they'll try again. And anything to get him off, because he's stopping the Uni Party, and they're scared that if he gets in, all their globalist plans are going to crumble. That's all I have for you. So, the saga continues. And anyone who can't see how evil the left is, I feel sorry for you. People have to wake up. The women, which are the main voters for the left, if we got rid of the women vote, we wouldn't have any of these problems around the world. It's just women voting, basically. As I said before, 49 out of 50 US states voted Biden in 2020. Well, if you went by women, and 50 out of 50 for women, and 49 out of 50 if you went by men voted Trump. That's all you need to know.